Most advice works for about 30 days. You start waking up earlier. You go to the gym. You read more books. You plan your future. And for a moment, it feels like your life is finally changing. Then, slowly, the gym membership goes unused. The notebook stays empty, and people assume something is wrong with them. But the truth is more uncomfortable. Most advice was never designed to survive real life. A few years ago, a young woman named Lena started working for a very wealthy entrepreneur named Victor Halle. Victor owned several companies, but what fascinated Lena wasn't the money. It was how calm he was. No rushing, no motivational speeches, no dramatic routines. Yet everything around him seemed to move forward. One evening, Lena asked him a question. "Sir, how do you stay disciplined every day?" Victor smiled. "Discipline," he said, "that's a temporary tool." Lena was confused. Every video she had ever watched said the opposite. Work harder. Push yourself. Stay motivated. Victor shook his head. "Motivation is a spark," he said. "But systems are engines." He pointed to the office around them. "Look carefully," he said. The workspace was strangely designed. Healthy food was the easiest thing to reach. Distractions were almost impossible to access. Every meeting had a structure. Every project had a feedback loop. Even the lighting and furniture had a purpose. Nothing relied on mood. Everything relied on design. Victor continued, "Most people try to change their behavior, but successful people change their environment." He told Lena something she never forgot. Imagine two people trying to get in shape. The first one relies on discipline. Every day they must fight themselves. Should I go to the gym? Should I eat better? Should I stay consistent? Every decision costs energy. And eventually, energy runs out. The second person does something different. They move closer to the gym. They remove junk food from the house. They schedule workouts with friends. They make the right choice easier than the wrong one. Suddenly, the same goal requires less willpower. Not because they are stronger, but because the system is stronger. Victor leaned back in his chair. "Your brain hates constant effort," he said. "It's designed to conserve energy, which is why most advice fails after 30 days, because it assumes discipline stays constant, but discipline always decays." Stress increases work, gets busy. Life becomes messy. And when that happens, people fall back into whatever system surrounds them. Lena thought about her own life. Every time she tried to improve, she relied on motivation. New planner, new routine, new promises. But the same environment, the same distractions, the same habits waiting for her. Victor noticed the realization on her face. "That's why people relapse," he said. "Not because they're weak, because they return to the same system." Then he told her something even more surprising. Rich people don't trust motivation. They design structures. Automatic investing, structured schedules, decision rules. So when motivation disappears, progress continues. Anyway, weeks later, Lena decided to test this idea. Instead of trying to become a more disciplined person, she redesigned her life. Phone out of the bedroom. Workout clothes prepared the night before. Healthy food already available. Deep work scheduled before distractions. Something strange happened. She didn't feel more motivated. But she started succeeding anyway. That's when she understood what Victor meant. If your growth requires willpower forever, it was never sustainable. Real progress is quiet. It doesn't look like heroic effort. It looks like systems doing the work for you. Months later, Lena asked Victor one final question. If systems are so powerful, why doesn't everyone use them? Victor laughed. Because building systems is harder than watching motivational videos. But once you do, life becomes easier. Forever. So if you've ever wondered why advice works for a month and then disappears, now you know. It was never about motivation. It was about design. This is Mind Atlas, where we don't just chase improvement, we understand the systems that make it inevitable.